Hello, we're at RRS again. We've just had our afternoon job come in, which is a kit car, and it's a 1800 Pinto. You can see we're running a twin choke WEBER. Customers complained of can't basically drive, it won't rev, can't pull off. So to me it's a fuel starvation problem by the sound of it, but you never know. Fuel return pipe put into a T-piece. We have a filter then with a pipe between that and the carburettor, and my theory is, being a low pressure fuel pump, probably around 3-4 psi, the fuel is going to the easiest place, which I think we go returning straight back to the tank, so when we try and rev it we're not really getting anywhere. As you can hear, the customer is right, it is struggling to run. I'm now going to block the return off, run one piece of pipe straight from the carburettor to the fuel pump, and I think we'll have the answer there. I've fitted the pipe now to the Pinto kit car. Just started it up, so we'll have a little look, see if it revs any better now. Sounds a winner to me. I've noticed there's also a vacuum advance pipe missing, which I will now fit one of those and get it on the dyno, give it a little tune just to show you. Put a new piece of fuel hose on, unleaded fuel pipe on. You can see it joined from the bottom. Just straight to the carb on the top. As you heard, it's revving lovely. See what she does on the dyno. Obviously before I do anything, I've checked the timings and everything. I already said I'm going to put the vacuum advance pipe on, which I have, but it's not connected yet, because obviously that alters your timing on idle. I've actually just taken the spark plug out and check top dead centre and mark the pulley, as there was an old mark there which I don't want to rely on, and it was reading high, so I thought I'd do that just to double check, as always safety first. And if we can have a look, it might be a bit awkward with the phone, but if you could see that mark down there, we're basically at 24 degrees advanced at idle at 1050 RPM, which will in turn destroy your engine quite fast. So obviously we always check these first, so we're going to knock the timing around a little bit now. Quite to see where that put us. That has put us at 16 degrees, which is still a little bit high, so we'll drop it a touch more. As you could hear the RPM drop of the engine. Right, we now have that at 11, which is fine starting point for a Pinto, so I'll unlock that off now, recheck again. And I think we're ready then to give it a little run on the dyno. Okay, always check your timing, folks. So I've gave the kit car a couple of runs and checked all the fueling, gone through the fueling a little bit and got it there. Unfortunately she's smoking a little bit of oil burn. The back plates I think are catching on the axle, so it doesn't feel the nicest when you sat on it, but I think the main thing was customer wanted to get the engine working so we can do more jobs to it. You know, we all know what it's like when you've got, you know, your engine's not working, doesn't give you the soul to finish the rest of the vehicle off. But here she is there, sat in the rollers now, been through everything. Obviously I checked the timing like I showed you just in the other video. Yeah, it's quite good to be honest. If you have a look at the screen on there, as you can see there, it's quite smooth, progressive, nice little torque. If we go on to the max values, we've got, what's that, 98 brake horsepower at the wheels, only 5,070 RPM. So I didn't want to stress it, not knowing much about the engine and everything. I'd rather get it back to the customer, so if it's not been used for a while or ran for a while, you know, I don't want to push it when there's no need. It's perfectly drivable like that. If you think we can see there, it did 107 torque, so you know, all in all it's not bad really, not knowing anything about it. I think it's sat a while, and considering how it come in, you can go away now, do his bits and pieces, and obviously you can come back in for a final tune when you know everything's working and we haven't got the noise off the back plate. And might need some stem seals changing on it, to be honest, like, so obviously they get brittle with a bit of time. So there she is again, just on the dyno. That's that one done then. Let's move on to the next. Bye bye.